The perfect West Coast morning may start in the water, but eventually you'll want to get here to day one of X Games Ventura 2024 that starts right now. We welcome you now to the Women's Skateboard Park on the Sonic Park course. It's elimination time. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham joined alongside the pro, Amelia Brodka, and I'm so excited that we get to kick off day one of X Games right here on this Sonic Park course. All eyes on double gold from last year, looking for triple gold here this weekend, Arissa True.
You know, Arissa True's not only been stacking medals, she's been stacking NBDs. She's the first female to do a 900. She did the McEgg, she did the Switch 5. She's really innovating in this field. So we're really excited to see what she brings to this park course.
And Arissa True trying to do it here in park. Can she do it in vert? And just taking a look at her skateboarding, you can see how next level she was last summer. And we expect more of the same out here today. But she will be pushed. Our silver medalist from last year, Mizuho Hasagawa, trying to get back on the podium.
Mizuho's bringing a lot of power and style, and she's bringing it to another level. She does these body jars where she is just going huge and smacking her tail on the coping on the way in. Definitely giving Arissa a run for her money.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into this thing, but before we do that, let's head down to the third member of our team out on the course, Mitch Tomlinson, who's with an X Games icon.
Yes, that's right. I am with an X Games icon, Lizzie Amanto. Now, Lizzie, it's no stranger. There's a lot of spring chickens out here, and they were inspired by yourself. Talk to me about the progression of female skateboarding today.
I mean, the progression is insane. I feel like it's tenfold what it was when I came to my first X Games park, and I feel inspired, so I feel like it's just like, I don't know. It's so cool. I'm honored to be skating with them.
And you haven't competed for a while, but you're back in sunny California, and we're at the X Games. How does it feel?
Amazing. This is my favorite venue so far, and I think we're in for a treat.
Awesome, Lizzie. We'll have fun out there.
So we've got 16 skateboarders out here, Amelia, and we're going to cut it in half. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it here today. The top 8 will be advancing to this weekend's final, but really a who's who in the world of park skateboarding out here today.
This is just a beautiful field of women and girls that are pushing the boundaries of the sport. And the judges are going to be looking for the use of this course. There's a lot of new features. There's that sub box up by the Sonic sign. There's even a Sonic Cup. So it's going to be fun to see how everybody approaches this course.
Well, without further ado, let's get right down to it. We start things off with an X Games veteran, owner of 2 X Games medals, a silver in Minneapolis in 2017 and a bronze in Austin in 2016, 25-year-old Jordan Barrett.
Jordan's first X Games, she was an alternate. She got off the alternate list and she got onto the podium with a bronze. And the same thing might happen here today because she started off as an alternate. She just got the call yesterday that she is in.
The vibes are high with Jordan. We got to chat with her a little bit in the athlete lounge yesterday, and she's just excited to be here, and her skateboarding really has progressed in the last year a ton, and I'm excited to see what she brings to the table on this course.
She adds a really mature style of skating, especially in park. The power behind her airs and her grinds is definitely something that the judges appreciate. They love the way that she's able to move from point A to point B through her grinds, and we're definitely in for a treat. This is a beautiful way to start this event.
So each skateboarder will get 2 45-second runs. The best single run score counts. And again, the top 8 from this field of 16 will be moving on to the final. And here we go, kicking off X Games Ventura.
Connecting the 2 halves of the park by transferring over that middle platform there. Pushing the Smith grind through the corner. Nice frontside boneless. Jordan's not only an amazing skater, but a stand-up human being. She's volunteering her time, teaching girls how to skate through skate rising programs. So certainly gives a lot back to skateboarding as well, and that's a lot to be admired.
So that'll do it for Jordan Barrett's first run here in elimination.
Basically, the format is you skate until you fall with a 45-second maximum. So she'll get another chance at doing that. But if you stay on for 45 seconds, the judges definitely prefer that. You'll get rewarded for that.
So here's Bryce Wettstein, who, I don't know if she crocheted that flower.
I think that's what she did,
That's
probably
matching the
overnight.
fit.
She just brings sunshine to all of our lives. Bryce Wettstein.
That vest is fire. She's got a bronze medal in her 6 X Games appearances that she earned back in 2021. A mainstay here in our park events. Can she get back on the podium in 2024?
You know, she's no stranger to the podium. She's been on the podium in the World Skate Series recently as well. Certainly adding a lot of unique variety to the courses. The way that she skates is just so different than anyone else. And I think she doesn't even know what she's about to do when she does it. She just is in the moment. You're going to see a full run from her. Good way to start things off.
So let's take another look at Bryce's first run.
The body varial disaster. Right into a lip to Smith grind. That is a fun level of technicality that she adds to the mix. All right, coming in with a score of 65.33. She's definitely going to want to build on that, but it's always nice to get one run under the belt.
Now dropping in, I don't know how this happened, but she's now 18 years old. She's been skating in front of us since she was 11, and here she is making her 7th X Games appearance, Minna Stess.
I personally really love the way Minna skates. She has this quirky style that adds a totally different flavor to the mix, and she's got kickflip indies in her bag of tricks, which judges really love, and definitely is a seasoned contest veteran, even at the age of 18. She just qualified for the Olympics. She's certainly been on a progressive tear.
Yeah, and you talk about that for the Petaluma native. She puts a lot of pressure on her shoulders in these contests because she competes in so many. But to take that weight off of qualifying for Olympics, just finding that out, she's skating more freely, it seems like, this week.
Yeah, I've definitely seen her approach the course with a smile on her face. You know, maybe that run isn't exactly what she wanted based on that expression there, but always good to put the first run down, and then you can kind of push that boundary and up your score with the upcoming runs.
Minna's still in search of that first X Games podium, but a really solid score of 71 to set the pace here early in elimination. Now dropping in our first X Games rookie of the day, 14 years old, out of Oahu, Lily Erickson.
Lily Erickson says she's inspired by skaters like Hunter Long, who is a legend in the Oahu scene. And doing that blunt to fakie on the extension right into that L twist, that is a sick line. That is very technical. And the way that she does that stalefish is definitely something to be admired. That is the way you want your stalefish to look. Oh!
Wow! Oh.
She's not going safety run,
Amelia, I was just gonna say, this did not feel like somebody's first time on skateboarding's biggest stage.
I mean, she won the Exposure Bowl event this past year, and she did it on her first run, and it looks like she's trying to do that here too, just try to put a full pull together, not holding back, and we love to see that. We love to see them take risks and not just depend on the safety run to get through qualifiers.
Yeah, you see that score even with the fall.
Yeah.
The judges clearly liking the bag of tricks. I'm excited to see what she can do for run number 2. Well, speaking of run number 2, as we've said here, the comp format, each skateboarder getting 2 runs. The best single run counts, top 8 advancing. We've got 16th here today. It gets cut in half. Top 8 will be moving on to the final later this weekend.
It's a pretty brutal cut, and you know, when you only get 2 runs, you really got to make every second count.
Lily Stefasius out of Berlin, Germany. We saw her last year in Ventura competing in vert. She now makes her park debut at X Games.
She's a very gifted park skater as well. I've been skating alongside her for a while, and she's got a great bag of tricks like that finger flip lean to tail, very technical. That will definitely be rewarded. Taking her foot off on a judo air, right into a crail slide. Really cool use of the course here. That is a lengthy lip slide right through that corner. She's certainly putting it together here.
Last 5 seconds for Lily.
Oh!
Yes!
Hanging on to that back nose blunt. That is amazing to just be able to balance on your non-dominant foot like that and just pull it in. That is going to be a great score for Lily.
Lily was coming in hot, too, especially on the vert scene. 5th at Vert Alert, 3rd at Tampa Pro Vert. But to see her out here on this park course, that's special.
Definitely, and she certainly just made a statement. She's like, I should have been here all along, y'all. Look at this first run.
So we await her run 1 score, and it comes in at a 74. We have a new leader, Lily, taking over the top spot.
I think the rest of the field is going to see that they can't rely on a safety run if we're seeing flip tricks already going down in the first few runs of the qualifiers.
Another X Games rookie out of Sydney, Ruby True, 15 years old.
Ruby True has been competing in skating and surfing since she was 6, and that Smith grind is absolutely textbook. She's got a really, really nice style. Everything that she does is very proper. Nice little Japan tweak.
Ooh.
Just slipping out on that frontside rock slide. But
The tech was on display, though, Amelia. We were watching her during practice. I like this run she's putting together. If that can go down, watch out. She's got top 8 on the brain.
absolutely.
So Lily, Minna, and Bryce Wetstein rounding out our top 3 as we're closing in on the first 7 skateboarders here in our field of 16 in elimination on day 1 of X Games Ventura.
She came off pretty early there, so that's going to be a pretty low score, but she's got another try at it.
Mami Tezuka, 22 years old, owner of 2 X Games medals, a bronze and a silver, trying to get back up on the podium for the first time since 2022.
She has the coolest Smith grinds. The way that she tweaks her back foot is unlike anyone else. So the fact that she gave us at least that in the first run is much to be appreciated.
And Amelia, she's not even a year removed from a torn ACL and partial tears in her MCL and meniscus. I mean, talk about that impact in this discipline especially.
I mean, you have to be falling on your knees all the time. So you certainly need them to be fully functioning and able to take an impact, able to be twisted left, right, back, forward. So the fact that she's made a comeback and she's here at X Games is a testament to how well she dedicated herself to her PT.
Cocoa Beach, Florida, stand up. Grace Marhofer here in her 5th X Games appearance. She had a bronze medal last year.
Last year, the judges really loved the way that she used the course. She skated the only rail on the course, and I am excited to see how she's going to use the features here. She's transferring up to that mini ramp section. Nice front Smith. Ooh, alley-oop 50-50. You know, those are, they might look easy, but they're actually really challenging because you come around the opposite way of the direction that you'll be grinding. So
she loves eggplants. She loves inverts.
I'm glad she loves them because she does them very well.
Very well. And just as time runs out on run number 1 for Grace Marhofer.
You know,
take another look.
A lot of these individuals have just come off a string of back-to-back-to-back-to-back competitions. So they're dealing with jet lag. They're dealing with getting used to yet another course. The sun is brutal out there. So just props to them for coming out here and giving it their all.
So Grace will look to clean things up on run number 2. 31 years young, making her 8th X Games appearance, owner of an X Games gold back in Barcelona of 2013. She is the one, she is the only, Lizzie Armanto.
Okay, we just need to talk about those couple tricks, though, because you're starting off with the back tail, which is a very technical trick, and then the way that she just flowed onto the coping from that mini ramp section, that's a really cool use of the course. So that's certainly something that Lizzie is known for, putting really unique lines together and a deep bag of tricks. So we're sure to see a full pull from her next run.
I knew that setup was too big. I was too much verbiage. I was starting to go through the resume, and I'm like, I'm going to jinx her. So here's Ruby Lily, 17 years old, a silver medal in Chiba last year at X Games Japan. Trying to get on the podium for the first time here in Ventura.
Ruby just released her full-length part for Monster. Definitely make sure you watch it, because the way that she skates pools is just absolutely dominant, and you don't see a lot of this field skating like DIY spots and pools. She's a true skater.
And Amelia, it's fitting that she's following Lizzie, because she says, Lizzie Armanto is my favorite skater. She's such an amazing role model. Oh my.
Wow. Okay, so she was going for the crail slide, and she just slid a little bit too far, which turned it into a grind going down the mini ramp. That must have been a rude awakening for Ruby there. That is not a fun way to start off your X Games weekend.
You're gonna have a bad time. But she pops back up, thank goodness.
She's one of the toughest people I know, so, you know, she'll definitely be fine to put it down next run, but that was brutal.
So we turn our attention now to Yurine Fuji, 18 years old, a bronze medal that she earned last year in Japan.
Yurine has won Exposure's video contest twice, and she's known for huge transfers like that one, 360ing from one half of the park to the other half. That is definitely going to be rewarded. She's got a poetic style. The way that she flows into all of her tricks is definitely something to be admired. Going into that layback air on the extension, piecing together the park really well here.
Now, remember, Amelia, she was a fan favorite in Elimination last year, and the fans actually openly booed when her score came in because she didn't move on to the final.
Yeah, she did a huge kickflip mini transfer.
Oh, that was the trick of Elimination in my mind.
It was incredible. We were all blown away, and the judges did not like her. But hopefully they give this run a big score. It was a full pull. She used the entirety of the chorus. She went big. She went tech. It looked like she almost had the same thing happen as Ruby, because she did a lean to tail very much on the edge of that extension. But stoked that she stayed on.
The style is so good. Some good air there. Yeah, that's an understatement. 73 for Yurine, jumping her up into second place as we're 11 skateboarders into the finals. Well, let's hear from our judging panel. Head judge Jason Rothmeyer. Yurine just put it down. That was a pretty good run, huh?
It was. Second place right now.
Talk to us about Lily in first place, X Games rookie. What'd you like out of that?
You know, it's hard. This course seems like I see a couple of people getting lost a little bit out there, and she just kept it going the whole time. Obviously, you pack in tricks and you keep the speed up. It's difficult, so she's the one I feel like that put it down the most right now.
Yeah, well, we're excited. We know we've got some heavy hitters coming up, Jason. You got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, the big guns are coming right now.
Thanks, man. So we'll see. As we were talking about, though, Yurine, obviously, we talked about it with Jason last year and said, hey, put together a good run, but there were reasons why she didn't move on to the final. We'll see if things change here in 2024. Here now, Kokono Hiraki.
Starting off with a backside crail slide and into that picture-perfect nose grind. Now, she is known for the way that she does those nose grinds because she really holds on to them. She pops in out of them. It's precision. And that front stale to disaster is certainly a rad trick. Definitely very much a pool skating trick.
It's crazy, Amelia. 4 X Games medals, and she's 15 years old.
That is crazy. Wow. I mean, when she showed up on the scene, snaking everybody and doing beautiful nose grinds, we were all just taken aback. She was like 9 years old. Oh, wow. Okay, that was after the buzzer, but that's the first person that we've seen grind the sub box. And I don't know if the judges are going to count it or not, or if she was on the transition or not. There's always a debate around that kind of scenario. But gapping up into that front 50,
oh, that's pretty.
If she can fit that in on time, that's going to do a lot for her score.
So this is how Kokono started her X Games career before missing the podium last summer. Second place, third place gold at X Games Japan 2023. She's only missed the podium once in 5 X Games appearances.
Okay, so clearly she must have been on the transition when the buzzer went off,
right,
going into that front 50 on the sub box, because that run put her up into first place.
Kokona 78.66, good enough for the top spot. Will it hold though?
Heike Ventura brings a lot of power to the field. She just stepped off on that. So to put it in perspective, that love seat that you have to grind over in order to be able to drop back into the bowl, that's at least 12 feet long. So if you're on a grind over that, you definitely have to have a lot of speed, a lot of good lock-in, and a lot of confidence to keep your run going after that one.
So we move on to Hinano Kusaki, 16 years old. Didn't make it through eliminations last year in her X Games debut. Does that change here today?
I think we're in for a treat. She looks like she grabbed her wheel on that. That's quite a way to start your run, but she looked like she was going to put it down, even though she accidentally grabbed her wheel instead of her board on that 540.
Hinano coming out swinging.
I'm telling you, Brando, there's a few skaters that are not wasting their time on safety runs. They're just going to go big.
It's tough. I mean, you've only, unlike a final where you get 3 runs, you've only got 2, right? So part of you going, how did I just let 1 slip away? But when you look at this field and how talented it is and only 8 are moving on, go for broke right out the gate. I respect it.
Yeah, and the judges are going to respect it too, honestly. Like if they're seeing 2 similar runs sometimes, just like with slight upgrades, they're not going to like that as much as seeing you take risks with every run.
So here's our silver medalist from last year, Mizuho Hasegawa.
Flowing through the course really well so far, kicking her foot off right there. Nice front Smith, setting up for the transfer back over. Nice indie air there. Into the lean to tail. She recently did really well at Tony Hawk's Vert Alert as well. And wow, that recovery was really impressive. It looked like she clipped a little bit on her way in from that transfer, but she somehow saved it, and she's still in. It looks like it's really hard to get your speed back in this particular course. You know, it's kind of a unique setup. There's a whole side that doesn't have a transition on it for the viewing area, and that's a very different thing for these skaters to get used to. So it looks like you have to be really on your line to make sure that you don't lose your speed in the middle of your run.
So Hasegawa's score coming in at a 56.66, good enough for that cutoff bubble spot in 8th. So putting the pressure on herself on run number 2, because our last skater to drop in is going to have something to say about that top 8. 14-year-old, double gold from last year, on the quest for triple gold in 2024. She is Arissa True.
I love the way she started that run. She kind of dropped in on the mini ramp and she did a pretty heavy transfer, and now she's already spinning McTwists with the ability to keep your speed after that, hit the next wall, hit the sub box. So far, this is the fastest skater on the course. She's really figured this thing out quickly. Doing a front crook fakie there, right into a switch backset air. Oh my gosh! No way, a G-twist off that hip. Wow, this is a really good run. She's lost a little bit of her speed there, but her use of the course, her use of switch skating, going fakie, I can't even fathom what's to come.
Just put down a gold medal run on her first run of elimination.
And you know what's funny, Brando? I am sure that for her this was a safety run because, oh, that's just the 5. But guess what? She's also got switch 5. She's also got McEggs. She's also got varial 5. She's even got 900. So, my goodness, that line alone, the front Kirk fakie to the switch backside air to the G-twist transfer, that was my favorite part personally because I'm flabbergasted.
The game done changed. An 86 on the dot for our defending gold medalist, Arissa True, picking up where he left off. We'll find out who's skating in the top 8, run number 2, when we return. Bryce trying to bring the goods out here to the Sonic Park course, where we're run 1 in to our eliminations of Women's Skateboard Park here on the Sonic Park course. For more on the course, let's head down to the 3rd member of our team, Mitch Tomlinson.
What a way to start things off. Now, skateboarding is all about expression. Someone that does that is amazing. Bryce, talk to me about your fit check today.
Hello, I'm Bryce. I really love bubbles carrying with me. Like, we're all unbelievable. Get it? Because bubbles. And I love carrying a little flower, crocheted. I love the crocheted things because it makes me feel kind of homey and like I'm with my family. And then I got this yesterday, and I'm like, it works, and it was the last thing I saw in the store. And then these shorts are my favorite shorts. I always wear them because they match things. So I'm grateful.
I'll tell you what, that's not going to look good on me, but it looks great on you. And also what was great, your first run, Arissa. Talk to me about that run. People are saying that's a gold medal run straight up.
Well, I did my run in the first run. I landed it. I did my 5, the ledge. I did the front crook fakie, the gate twist off. So I was really happy with it. I just didn't get enough speed after the gate twist to do my 2 last tricks, but I'll get it in the next run.
Next run, it's going to come. This is a great way to start things off, people.
Yeah, that was so heavy, Arissa's run there on run number 1. Just a preview of what's to come in the final letter this weekend. So we get ready for second and final runs here in Women's Skateboard Park Elimination. If you're just joining us, there's the cutoff right now. Grace Marhofer is sitting in that 8th spot. We call it the bubble spot, and we're going to be referring to it quite a bit here on run number 2. I think the biggest storyline right now is Mizuho, our silver medalist from last year, currently on the outside looking in, Amelia.
Well, she didn't get the run that she wanted, and a lot of these skaters have yet to put a full pull down. So Jordan Barrett, we saw her come off early, but can we see her put it together here on run number 2?
Can Jordan Barrett skate her way into the final?
No. Oh, major upset for Jordan, who actually has been skating better than I've ever seen her skate. And I've been watching her skate for like a decade. So, you know, not her best performance here today, but knowing Jordan, she'll be out there again tomorrow, learning some new tricks and excited for next year.
So the purity of skateboarding on display whenever Bryce Wettstein drops into whatever contest she's skating in. It's always a joy to watch her, as you saw her talking to Mitch earlier. It's now time for run number 2. She's sitting in 6th right now, so currently in the top 8, but would love to give herself some breathing room.
That's right, and honestly, every run that you're gonna see Bryce do is gonna be completely different because she's such a free-flowing skater. She's just interpreting the course with each and every drop-in. And that trick right there, the body bag, that might look chill the way that she does it, but the risk factor on that, the possibility to hang up and go straight to flat is very high. And with that, she's taken everything to disaster, and that really ups the risk factor on every single trick. So the judges are really gonna like that.
As you've said, it's always something different with her. And that's the beauty. It's like jazz in skateboarding, right? And it's like the judges appreciate the fact that you're gonna see something completely different from her every single run.
And not just different from her, different from the way that everyone else is skating. Different, oh my gosh. You know, I'm not sure if that was an accident there or if that was supposed to be a Madonna, but it went to disaster. And the fact that she landed that, whether it was intentional or not, is very impressive. You rarely see that trick, and that's what I mean. Her trick selection is totally different than the rest of the field.
And she improves upon that run 1 score, a 70.66. She does not jump up in the standings, but at least she can hold on to a higher score there on run number 2. She's still behind Ministes.
Oh, gapping up to that front Smith, right into a transfer. The way that she landed that transfer put her in a good spot to maintain her speed. Nice feeble through the corner. Working the course. Nice Andrek there.
Minna, of course, aiming for her first park final since 2022 here at X Games.
Minna's been working really, really hard recently on all these events back to back to back, and she's been really putting it together with each contest. So the fact that she's here today skating with us is just definitely a treat. Oh, just going for the kickflip Indy in a different location this time. Not quite getting it. You know, that's gonna put her at risk, because we certainly have many more skaters that haven't landed their full runs yet. So those last spots, the 5th through 8th, we might see that move around pretty dramatically.
No doubt, she'll hold on to that run 1 score. 5th place is where she will stay. So our next skateboarder to drop in really would love to up her score and get a bit more comfortable. Lily Erickson, who skated really well on that first run, but she's sitting in 7th place, Amelia.
She is doing that long grind. Like I said, that's at least 12 feet in length to be able to stay on a front 50. And when you're in a front 50, you cannot see what's behind you. So you just have to know when it's time to drop in. And that blunt fakie to L-twist combo, that's something to be appreciated. Just like the style on that Stalefish.
Amelia, I can't believe I'm watching a 14-year-old making her X Games debut right now. The style, the trick prowess, it's so on point.
And she looks so relaxed.
Yeah.
Very composed. Oh, getting the kickflip Indy.
Wow.
She stepped off on that last time. That is going to be a massive improvement to her score that could have secured her spot to the finals. A really great use of the course here by Lily. Oh gosh, look at how long of a grind she has to do to get over that love seat. And the flick on that kickflip Indy.
That is so sick.
Putting it down.
It's textbook. It's perfect.
That was a really fantastic way to start off your X Games
did we
debut.
like it? I think we liked it. God, we have toothy smiles, don't we? Lily Erickson with a 75.66, jumping her all the way up into 3rd place.
She is hyped, and rightly so. What a way to start off what is sure to be a lengthy X Games career.
Wow.
Oh no, she was trying to step up her run by starting off with the back 3 from one half of the park to the other, but not quite putting it down. Her first run score was pretty good, so she might be safe. She might end up on the bubble by the end of this heat. Still a couple of skaters that haven't had a full pull here.
No, you know, this is not fair. This is not fair. I liked it. That is not me. That was not me.
It's
that
AI.
Was AI.
It's AI.
That was not me. That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Ruby
Yeah.
True, by the way, sitting in 12th place right now. Didn't put down a full pull on run number 1, trying to knock out that 35. Can she just put it together here, Amelia?
You know, she could just do that backsmith over and over and over again, and that is going to be a beautiful sight, because that is the right way to do that trick. Nice. Tweaking over that transfer. There it is. There it is, the front rock slide. That's a super technical trick. You're sliding totally blind. A lot can go wrong. Going up on the sub box. So far, massive improvement. That, my friends, is a sad plant. It's a beautiful way to do a hand plant. Right into the nose grind. This is shaping up to be a really solid run from Ruby.
Whoa, Ruby True. Sitting in 12th place, needed to put a run together. Grace Marhofer, who's still yet to drop in for her second run, by the way, is sitting in that 8th bubble spot. Can we talk about how stylish that is?
That was such a lengthy slide for such a challenging trick, and she grinded the entirety of that sub box. Really, really well done. I am so happy for Ruby. What a beautiful way to start off her X Games career.
Whoa, an 81 for Ruby True.
And rightly so.
Top 8? Hi, it's me.
She is here to stay.
Wow, Ruby catapulting all the way up into second place. And here now, Mami Tezuka. Can she follow that same script as she's currently in 13th place?
Oh, there she goes. She fell on that front feeble last time. So far, a better run than her first. You know, once again, she's coming off that pretty heavy knee injury. So just to see her here putting her tricks together is definitely a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, in September of last year, a torn ACL, partial tears in a meniscus, and MCL in her left knee. It's incredible that she's skating on this stage here now.
She said her favorite thing about skateboarding is hearing her trucks bark on pool coping. I just love that. Oh, that was a really fun way to use the curved section of that. I'm not sure if she planned that or if that was just improvised, but it was a little like frontside grind, the frontside air situation. But yes, look at that. It's beautiful. Trucks barking and all.
That's a 4'11" big dog right there. Mami Tezuka putting together a really strong second run. But her score comes in 53.66. And unfortunately, she will not be moving on to the final.
You know, I think the reason for that score is because she skated a little bit slow. You know, as we mentioned, it's kind of hard to keep your speed up in this course. So once you lose it, you're not getting it back.
So Grace Marhofer is just outside of the top 8. She was holding on to that 8th spot, and then Ruby True came and invaded and knocked her out. Can she get back in right here on her final run of elimination?
Well, she stood on the podium last year, so she certainly has the capability to get into the finals and potentially back on the podium, but she's got to put it together here. You know, she actually skated all the disciplines here at X Games. She skated park, street, vert, and she'll be skating street right after this, so a big day for Grace. Foot plant. That would have been something that would really have set her apart from the rest of the field. No one else has hit that sonic sign, so you gotta love her taking that risk and really trying to do something unique and different.
She went for it. She went for it. So Grace Marhofer will not be moving on to the final. There you see Lizzie Armanto. She's been a pioneer in women's skateboard park and was the first to win gold in the discipline. Let's see some of her career highlights in this athlete profile.
Buen aplaudiment, Barcelona! Las campeonas, women's skateboard park!
Winning the first ever women's park was huge for me. It was crazy just being in the X Games, and I think it also gave me hope that there could be a career in skateboarding, because at the time there wasn't many women who were just living off of just being a skateboarder. My win in Barcelona was so different than Minneapolis or Austin, where I podiumed but I didn't get gold. But I feel like every year getting to go back to X Games is such a treat, and like I feel like it's progress for women's skateboarding in general.
This trick's called a body jar. It's a backside air nose grab, right to tail.
Skating is still a male-dominated sport, but there's so many more women and girls coming up, and I think the level of skating is just, it's been through the roof in the past years, and it's really cool to see. I don't think a lot of people realize the skills you learn through skating. It teaches determination, where it's like when you fall, you get back up, and you have to keep trying and keep going through the process. And if you apply that to any other skill in life, like you'll be incredible.
So that was the Lizzie simulcast, all Lizzie Armanto all the time. It was pretty cool to get that profile while she had her second run. And again, we always talk about with Lizzie Armanto, her career is not defined by any contest finish because she means that much more to skateboarding in general.
She paved the way for all of these girls and women here, and honestly, none of us would be here without Lizzie. She pushed the limit when no one else was, and she's really made her mark on skateboarding. So a lot to thank Lizzie for sure.
So Ruby Lily sitting in 13th place. Chunky, love her style.
Oh no.
Cosign.
Stepping off on a backside air. You know, some of these walls really aren't as tall as they're used to, and there wasn't a lot of time to practice, and you had to be in the park with 3 other skaters at the same time. So definitely was hard for these girls to figure out their lines in a short amount of time. So unfortunately, that'll do it for Ruby Lily here at X Games, but she has had a dominant career recently, coming out with that monster part. Make sure you check it out.
So we turn our attention to Yurine Fuji, who missed out on the final last year in the eliminations, but a bronze medalist in 2023 in Chiba.
That was a big 360 transfer, moving from one side of the park to the other. Oh, just barely clearing that transfer on the front side grab. Going for the layback air. She's got such beautiful style on her board. Oh! Okay, that McTwist, the way that she spins that, her axis is so much different, so much more dynamic than a lot of McTwists that we see. So we've been waiting for that one at X Games. We haven't seen it yet. We've seen it on her Instagram, but I'm stoked that she went for it because
this is the stage to do it. We've been waiting for it. Will we see it in the final? Because she looks like she will be moving on. But we turn our attention to Kokona, but there's a look at our top 8 right now. Bryce Wetstein is sitting in that bubble spot. Will she be moving on? Just a few skaters left to drop.
You know, Heike is someone that can really bump her out. She hasn't taken her second run yet, so, but here's Kokona.
Kokona sitting in that 3rd place position and just absolutely firing on this Sonic course on run 1, Amelia.
She definitely has put together a really great run so far. It'll be interesting to see how she mixes it up, but that stale disaster is most skaters' favorite trick to see, no doubt. A lot of flavor there, a lot of aggression there, but she's gonna be sticking with her first run score. You know, she said that her mother's love of skateboarding is what first inspired her to step on a board. And I've definitely seen it. Her mom loves watching skateboarding. She's a huge supporter of hers. And it's just been beautiful to watch them go to the skate park together and really love their time.
So Heike Ventura went down right out the gate on run number 1, already off to a better start. Trying to skate from the bottom to the top, sitting in 16th place right now.
There we go. That's what she fell on last time. Going over that love seat with that long front 50. Oh, and here's a beautiful back 3. Right into a Japan air. We're seeing that power on display here. Nice feeble grind. Oh, going for the sub box. So well done. Right into a backsmith. This is a significantly better run for Heike. Oh, no!
No! Heike!
Oh, gosh.
You were on one.
That was a really good run. I don't know if that's going to bump Bryce out because it wasn't a completed run. It had a lot of really good stuff. That back 3.
Not only a lot of good stuff, Amelia, but like use of course. Judges wanted to see this. You saw the variation in her skateboarding there on run number 2.
That's right, and to fall on a 50-50, which is such a simple trick for so many. Sometimes you're in the middle of your run, and it's a simple thing that you're not thinking about because you're just thinking about the next wall, and that's what gets you when you're like, okay, I'm gonna think about, the lean to tail, but you're in the middle of a 50-50 and your truck slips off. It's just every skater's worst nightmare.
So Heike's day is over. We move on to Hinano Kusaki.
Wow, blasting
Yes!
the 540 first
was
wall. Showing you why she's deserved that new Red Bull helmet. Doing the saran wrap lean to tail. Nice body jar. Another version of the saran wrap. Nice backside ollie. Definitely a deep bag of tricks for Hinano. Good rock and roll slide.
7 seconds left on the clock.
Can she fit one more in, or is she gonna call it?
Now there's the buzzer.
Oh, she was on a mission on run number 2, Amelia.
I think she actually skated faster than she anticipated, because you saw she thought the buzzer was about to go off. She put her hands up in victory, but you know, even without those last couple seconds, without a trick, I think that's still gonna put her in a really good spot moving to the finals.
I'll tell you one thing, it'll best her score of 4 from run number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
So did Hinano do enough to jump up into the top 8? She did. A 73.66 jumps her all the way up into 6th place.
Oh, and Bryce, unfortunately, getting bumped out of finals.
2 athletes remaining. Zuko Hasagawa
Wow.
still on the outside looking in, so Minna.
That was a powerful run. She just started riding for Opera Skateboards. Really cool to see her on that team, on the up and up. But here's Hinano. You know, we didn't see everything that she wanted to do in the last run, but hopefully she can put it down. A lot of power in the way that she does that 360, Brandon.
She's currently in 12th.
So Hasagawa is sitting in 12th. This is our silver medalist from last year, and she's trying to right now break up into the top 8 to move on to the final, Amelia.
Yeah, she's just got to stay on, honestly. She's got a really solid run going so far. You know, just 15 more seconds to go. Using the course well, grinding all the way over that love seat. Oh my gosh!
Yes!
Planting the foot on the Sonic sign. You know, we saw Grace go down on that, and the way that she did that was just so hairy, because her board was flopping all over the place. Her feet were all over the place, but she hung on, she survived. And you know, kind of rightfully so that she popped out early. She knew she didn't really have the speed. But yeah, look, her
Boom.
her board just fully came off her feet. I don't know if she intended to take the front foot off too, but
rad. That's a statement run right there, Amelia.
that's right. That was well done, you know, and she was running out of speed there at the end, so that's why she popped out.
Can she bump out Minna Stess, who's sitting in that bubble spot right now, and punch her ticket into the final? Would need a 72.67 to do so.
Yeah, the judges are thinking about it, because Minna stayed on for the entirety of the run, whereas Mizuho popped out early.
And she does it. A 75.33 jumps her up into 5th.
Yeah, I mean, the use of the course, it makes such a big difference. If a feature is on the course, you got to use it.
So
The judges will reward it.
Minna Stess officially knocked out, and our top 8 are set. All that's left is our top-ranked qualifier, our defending gold medalist. Is this just a preview of what's to come in the final, or does she take it easy here, Amelia?
You know, I haven't yet to see Arissa ever take it easy. She's always trying to one-up herself. I mean, we saw it last year. She could have taken a victory lap, but she upped her score. And we saw in the interview she did with Mitch, she was already critiquing herself. She was talking about the things she wanted to do in that last run that she didn't. And, you know, that's what makes her so great. She is competing against herself. She wants to do her best. This part of the line, I just love that. There we go. That was supposed to be the upgrade. You know, she kind of loses a little bit of speed on that G-twist transfer. So I think she's going to work on that for tomorrow, but still a very solid showing here for Arissa.
So Arissa True, even with that throwaway run, is our top-ranked qualifier. Again, double gold in vert and park last year at barely 13 years old, breaking Shaun White's record for the youngest to win 2 gold medals at the same X Games. She is in rare air, picking up where she left off from last summer. And here now our final results in women's skateboard park elimination. Arissa True, your top-ranked qualifier, and Yurin Fuji rounding out our top 8. Some real moving and shaking on those final runs, Amelia. Made it fun for us to watch.
I can't believe Arissa's has a 5-point lead, and that's with a run that she wasn't personally satisfied with. Gotta love that.
Well, let's head out to Mitch, who's with Arissa.
Yeah, guys, I'm with Ruby True. Ruby, your first run was a throwaway, but come that second run, you locked in an 81. How is your debut at X Games?
Yeah, I mean, it's my first time ever at X Games, and it's so amazing. Like, I've only ever watched it on TV, and just to be here in real life is, like, unreal. Like, I wouldn't imagine it like this. Like, they look after the athletes so well, and, like, I was so nervous before my run, but I'm so glad I put one down.
And you're there cheering on one of your best mates, Arissa. You've had a crazy few months like the rest of the athletes. What would it mean for you to be on the podium come the end of this day?
I mean, all I'm going to try and do is put down my best run, and whatever I come, I'll be happy. Just showing everyone how good us Australians are and just giving it all I got. I mean, it's my first X Games, so I have nothing to lose.
I was about to be biased, but the Aussies are going pretty good, eh, mate?
Yeah.
It's Australia 1 and 2 here in eliminations. Arissa and Ruby are your top 2 ranked qualifiers here in women's skateboard park. No better way to kick things off for day 1 here at X Games Ventura 2024 than the women's skateboard park elimination. Congratulations to all our ladies, but at the end of the day, it was Arissa True picking up where she left off in her quest for triple gold here in 2024. For Mitch Tomlinson and Amelia Brodka, I'm Brandon Graham saying thanks so much for watching, and stick around all weekend long. We're just getting started.